review on the Walthers Proto EMD GP60 locomotive. Now this model is equipped with DC, DCC, and Soundtrack Tsunami sound. Now this MSRP is for $299.98, but there's also DC only versions that MSRP for $199.98. You've got 4 different road names available, including Southern Pacific, this UP Patch Cotton Belt, Norfolk Southern, and Santa Fe. Now each road name has 4 road numbers based on 2 with DC and 2 with the DC, DCC, and sound version. So if you get a DCC and sound version, you're going to have 2 road numbers available, and the regular DC will have 2 road numbers available in all of those road names. So lots of cool details on these locomotives, including those Walthers Proto Max couplers that are metal, which are, you know, very strong, and lots of details to cover. So let's get started on the review of this Walthers Proto EMD GP60 locomotive, starting right now. Well, here we have the Walthers Proto Box. Not too long ago they redesigned the box, and whoever was in charge of that design did a pretty good job, because I like it. It's a sharp looking box, a tightly packed model, which is good for transit. These locomotives have to go several places before they get to you. It's better they're packed tightly than not packed well. And these are definitely packed well. So in the box you have your 1-year warranty Walthers Proto card. You fill it out, and it's a product registration card and a card for your records. Then you've got the Walthers Proto Manual, which inside has Tsunami digital sound guide, covers DC automatic sound configuration, along with some sound decoder function assignments, exploded parts diagram showing you how the locomotive could come apart, parts list in case anything goes wrong and you need to order a part, and how to order replacement parts. They show you how to do so. They also give you a guide to a break-in procedure for the locomotive. Now to the story of the show, the locomotive itself, the EMD GP60. There's these little holes in the back you can use to help aid you in pushing the locomotive out of its container, out of its outer container. You got your plastic sleeve here, some styrofoam packing. A lot of nice detail by Walthers here. If you remove some of the styrofoam packing, you can see there's a little tab, pops up. Out comes your locomotive without any hindrance, and I will set that right there. Let's point out some details of this locomotive as we do a 360-degree view. Starting at the nose here, you've got the sand filler hatch up top, you've got the brake wheel, you've got some nice safety tread around the front, pretty sturdy handrails up here. You've got the nice wheels that are detailed, along with see-through grating on the stairs. You've got the UP patch. This is a former cotton belt locomotive. UP has patched the locomotive basically in lieu of a repaint. So they simply put a patch over the cab number and the UP shield right there. You've got the cab window sunshade, you've got the cab windows, you've got the AC unit, you've got the antenna stand over here, you've got the blower housing, you've got the yellow sill going along the bottom. And as we look closer at the bottom, you get some really nice truck detail. You've got the fuel tank, and working our way back to the rear and middle section of the locomotive, you got more safety tread. Really firm handrails here. They're plastic, but they're firm. No stanchions are popping out. Got the dynamic brake section with the dynamic brake fan. We'll take a look at the roof detail in a moment, because there is some very nice roof detail. You may be able to catch the lift rings as we move along the side. The horn, which is mounted behind the dynamic brake fan, but yet forward of the radiator fan grills and the radiator fans here. You've got the radiator fan grills back here. All these compartments are nicely done. Just a beautiful looking locomotive by Walthers Proto. Now on the back, you see more of a UP patch here. Nicely done UP patch. and the rear lighting. Now the lighting is LED, so you have LED lighting on the front and rear of the locomotive. More of the yellow sill on the back. The anti-climber, you've got Proto Max couplers, you've got MU hoses hanging down. The MU hose is there. The Proto Max has that magnetic wand on it. You can see the safety tread on the locomotive. Turning it around to this side, more of the same detail. Nothing that really sticks out as different from the side other than a few doors and placement, compartment placement. So looking at this locomotive from this side, we'll go ahead and push it back and let you get a look at this side of the locomotive. But more of the same detail overall. I'm going to swing over to the front here because they do have a couple features on this locomotive that's nicely done. On the front nose, again, UP patch, correct, for the prototype, and these locomotives are out there. You've got the number boards, and you've got all the nice detail up front. Again, the LED headlights, LED operating ditch lights on the front here. You've got MU hoses on the front. Just a lot of great detail on this locomotive. So let's take a quick moment and look at the top of the locomotive. As I push the locomotive for more detail, you've got separately applied grab irons, not only on the top, but all along the sides that we didn't really talk about. You've got the AC unit I was talking about up top. You've got the antenna stands. You've got the exhaust. You've got the dynamic brake fan. You've got the horn, the radiator fans towards the back here as well. All those lift rings and all that detail packed into the locomotive. All along the back, you've got separately applied grab irons. Just really nice detail, but really what shocks me about this locomotive more than anything is that it is very durable with all that detail installed. These stands aren't coming off. They're not about to fall off by any means. Very durable locomotive, packed with detail. Very impressed with Walthers Proto on this locomotive and all of their locomotives really. Let's go ahead and move into operation. I'm going to go ahead and apply track power so you can hear the startup sequence of the locomotive. Let's go ahead and move this in reverse here. You can hear the engine notch up a bit. I'm going to apply the headlight and the ditch lights so we can see just how nicely done they are. Nice, bright, white LEDs. They are not blue. They're a nice white color. Nice job by Walthers on the LEDs with a nice bright look. Go ahead and hit the bell and horn so you can hear nice grade crossing sequence. Look at that beautiful up-close detail cab figures installed so you don't have those ghost trains running. You even catch the tread, the safety tread, real nice in this shot. Take a quick look at the rear of the locomotive. Rear tail lights of this locomotive. Again, those white LEDs, nicely done. Time for a quick pull test. Got about 2.6, which is really good for an engine this length. So I'm going to go ahead and let that off. And you could hear, even though I muted the sound, that drive is real smooth and quiet as well. Matter of fact, that last little bit where it started rubbing was the wheel kind of picking up off the track. But that was the track, not the actual locomotive or the motor in this locomotive. So very smooth sounding locomotive. It's really quiet. You can see when I move it along without any sound on, it's nice and quiet. There's not a lot of engine noise. It's very quiet and very smooth. So real cool under speed step 1. As you can see, it's moving along very slowly. Gives you another chance to look at that beautiful locomotive roof detail and my ugly track work at the same time. Don't worry, the track work will progress and hopefully we'll have a nice scenic operating layout soon. But as you can see, this is speed step 1 right now, crawling along at really slow speeds, very smooth. Speed step 2, same thing, real quiet, quiet as a mouse. And Tsunami has excellent decoder control, speed control, and you can see that here. So here we have the scale teared out into grams. I'm going to go ahead and place the locomotive, very weighty locomotive for its size, onto the scale. You got 459 grams. 16.2 ounces, that's just slightly over a pound. 1 pound, 0.02 ounces for such a short, small locomotive. 0.458 kilograms. So really beefy locomotive, nice pulling power. Overall, very impressed with this locomotive from top to bottom. Well, that wraps up the review on the Walthers Proto EMD GP60 locomotive. Great sounds, you saw the excellent speed control, the fact that they've got cab figures installed so you don't have those ghost trains running along. You've got the great detail, the level of detail you would expect some fragile parts, and it's really durable. Just a great locomotive from head to toe. I was very impressed. Again, MSRP is $299.98 for the sound units and $199.98 for the DC only versions. Of course, you can get different prices around. Also, you can shop at walthers.com for these locomotives or work through your local hobby shop or online retailer to get these products as well. As always, thanks for watching. I'm going to leave you with a exclusive run-by, an all Walthers run-by of this locomotive pulling 5 to 6 Walthers auto racks. This is the first run-by I've been able to do since getting the new layout under construction. I've thrown up a quick backdrop from my last layout, and we'll do a run-by so you can see the Walthers locomotive and the Walthers auto racks in action. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time right here on my channel. Take care.